I took a DS, a regular old DS, and took the top screen off, as you saw in my video. You can't see that, but I did that in a video. And it was just basically the easiest way you could do it. And it's where you just basically rip the top screen off. No, I didn't just do that because you could damage the plastic or even the motherboard. But I did it the professional way until I couldn't get it off and ended up ripping the ribbon cable on accident. But it still worked. But we did more now. First of all, we took out the DS cartridge slot. Doing that allows you to put a speaker right there. Of course, that's just we only did that so that we could fit the speaker. But I don't really know where else you could put the speaker, but I know there's probably ways so people who use an R4 card can do that. And then ignore this ugliness because I put this LED in here, which is basically, I found out that I didn't need to use one of those tiny resistors and use an LED instead. Now this LED is supposed to be able to, might actually have the resistor in it because I remember this LED whenever I bought them, because I didn't originally buy them for this, saying they had some sort of resistor to let them work with different voltages, so that might just be the only reason. But also, I could eventually use a shorter LED and make like a little light bar across here, which will be something I'll do in another video one day, but probably not. So in here we've got holes for the speaker. And then the LED just kind of dangles around, so it doesn't work though. Well, I mean, it's kind of quiet. But yes, it does work. I don't have the touchscreen because I couldn't get the cable plugged in because it's really tiny and low battery apparently. But yeah, it's fine. Could go to stuff like PictoChat though, because PictoChat is life. Send it. Of course, I can't see what's on the top screen, but if I just bring it down, I can read it. And something that's not supposed to happen happened. If I go take this regular old DS, which has the top half, that's me right there. That's me. That's the other Game Boy. So why is it doing this? Shouldn't be able to because the Wi-Fi board is up here. Well, my theory is that the little Wi-Fi board, the actual thing that controls the Wi-Fi, has a little Wi-Fi thing, and the thing that's in the top half, which is this right here, is just a range extender. That's my theory. Don't know if that's true. If you know, let me know. But we can go ahead and like do stuff. Send stuff. I can't draw, obviously, but like, I got that immediately on here. And if I want to read something, if I draw something on here, you guys really can't see any of this. And send it. I don't know if you heard that, but it got through. I bring it down. I can see it, that I just send it back so that I can actually type something. It's the D-pad to type or something, be like, do. And then be like, yo mom. Bring it down. So yeah, I don't know why that works, but a little theory I have. A way to play DS games on this without a DS cartridge slot. So if I go to put one in a regular old DS. And open it up. Okay, so that works, and I've tested this. I actually can do Mario Party DS. Loud. And use that, which will allow me to, since Mario Party DS mainly uses the bottom screen, it works pretty well. Of course, you can't use anything with microphone and stuff. But you guys didn't come here to see the DS. Turn off. Let's use Game Boy. So I got a Game Boy Advance game. Now, first of all, I can't use a regular Game Boy because it's a DS Lite. Well, it's a DS in general. But we can take a Game Boy Advance game, stick it in there, and turn it on. This is definitely not finished, although I'm not going to be working on it that much. But it's decent. And there it is, doing exactly what it did last time, except for with sound. It's at the max volume. Yep, you got it. And proof that it's not this. Go throw this away. Or throw it on my bed. That's the sound. Man, it sounds even more compressed on here. So what about a comparison between Game Boy Advance SP AGS 001, because I don't have an AGS 101. If I did, I would do that. Well, let's go do that real quick. We're just gonna try it with two very similar games, I guess. Mario Advance and also Mario Advance. Except they're not the same ones because I don't have both games. First, let me. I took it out of auto boot mode because I liked seeing DS start it. This one's louder and sounds better. This one's much brighter, as you can see. If I go turn off my lamp, it looks a little bit better. And if I go and turn off all the lights, except for the TV, it's still better on here. And without this one backlight at all, it's impossible to see, at least on camera. You can sort of see it. Jeez, they're both low. This thing never runs low. It always tells me it's low, but... There you go. So, yes. This thing is very good. Turn on all the lights now. So, there are some problems I need to address with this. First of all, there's this thing going on. Second of all, due to all the soldering and stuff, this thing is, like, sticking out a bunch. Oops, you can't see that. Oops, wrong way. Alright. It's sticking out a whole lot because it's just... There's too much... There's not enough space. If I could rip out the actual part or cut the board somewhere where there's no traces, it would probably do good, but I'm not really going to be putting too much work into this. And if you want to know why, that's because I'm starting to try to get every single color of DS, DS Lite, and DSi ever by 2021 Christmas, I guess. It's going to be kind of hard, but anyway. That's fine, so I can't spend any money on anything else but DS's and, like, necessary stuff. The D-pad is a problem. Since it sticks out a bunch, it looks fine right now, but it's much harder to press up. Down, left, and right work decently, but up, you have to, like, push. And it's really annoying to press up. And when I'm playing, where is it? Super Monkey Ball Jr., which is the Monkey Ball for the Game Boy Advance, where you press up a lot in a game like that, it's really annoying. Now, in a regular old platformer like this, it's just fine. But it's really annoying. Also, the R button's broken. It was already broken, I think, but it's even more broken now. The L button dangles around a bunch, and it really annoys me because it's kind of like a loose tooth, pretty much. Like when you're a little kid and you have a loose tooth. So, it still works, though. The speaker gets muffled really easily. So let's go ahead and do it. So yeah, as you can see, it's not the best. And let's try to go for that alternate gold. This is where it gets really hard. Let's see. It's not that hard because, well, this game is pretty easy. And it's not the easiest to press. So yeah, that's the finished-ish version. It's definitely not finished, but like for me, it's pretty much where I'm gonna stop because I'm not putting too much dedication. This thing, Game Boy Advance, is just fine. Or just playing it like a normal person, just with the annoying top screen on the top. Or playing on the top screen, which I kind of like better because the top screen looks real nice and see, it feels right. Like, yeah. Oh, and you do get all different brightness levels on this. It works just fine, and it actually changes the brightness of the LED. So I don't know what's the deal with that, but and everything works. See, it's much easier to press the buttons. The top screen honestly looks nicer on the DS's. This one is in terrible condition. But I mean, it's a good use of broken DS's with like broken top hinges, although it's not too hard. I don't really know, I can't say much. But it shouldn't be too hard to do a replacement shell, but I don't know, it's supposed to be hard. But it is a good use of broken DS's that have anything broken that you don't need for Game Boy Advance. Like the top screen or the DS. If it can't read DS games, which is an easy fix, but you can still do that. I will say it was very hard to get the DS card slot out, but it eventually came out. So anyway, thank you for watching.